Here's the obligatory, there's a game in the back of the vehicle shot, which I don't know why this became tradition. It's tradition. Many people post, hey, check it out, there's a game in the back of my vehicle. We're off to Pinball Expo. Can you believe 72 hours ago, this was sunny, 80-degree weather? Today is the first day of Pinball Expo, well, first day of Pinball Expo. It's the 40th anniversary, so it's Tuesday, and it's raining, and the temperature is 45 degrees. So this is pinball show weather. It's a thing. It's the first year in a long time that I'm actually bringing a game to the show. I haven't done this at the new venue yet. I wanted to give them a few years to work all the kinks out, but we're also going to get lost in the zone is what it takes for me and everyone else who goes through the trouble of bringing one of these pinball machines to a show for your enjoyment. And I am bringing 3 out, hopefully, help work the cameras, work the editing. Awesome kid. Maybe I should bring out the old pinball event staff shirts that I still have. We can put those on. They'll be for a completely different year, but wondering if it would be fun. Will we actually get yelled at? It's like, oh, you guys aren't staff. Why are you wearing event staff shirts? Like, man, dude, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I don't care. I'm gonna introduce you to what it's like to actually get one of these things to a pinball show. So, anyone who brings a game to a show, me and my friends, whenever we're out on the road crew segment at other shows, we start talking to other people. We always thank them for bringing the game to the show because we know how much work goes into it. So in this Lost in the Zone episode, show all you guys who might have never brought a game and just come and enjoy them what your fellow pinheads do to share their games with you. It's not even 50 degrees out. Currently in the car, it's getting rained on. I don't think I have any of the windows in view, but man, it's starting to rain now. So welcome to Pinball Show weather. I'm only like 10 minutes away, and the only reason I say it's 10 minutes away is because in the state of Illinois, we can't time the traffic lights right. I'm gonna head over, drop this puppy off. I'll catch up with you later. Talk to you then.
The process of bringing a game to a show over here for me starts about 2 weeks before it's show time, and that's contains a lot of play testing on the game that is coming to the show, and there is a very intense algorithm as to which game is going to be brought to the show. Which one's closest to the door? Play testing to make sure everything is working, nothing's falling apart, all the screws and nuts are tight, since there's going to be a lot of playtime and a lot of jiggling, and lights work, because it's really, really troublesome when lights are out and people are just trying to figure out what they're supposed to do, even though I think in this particular case everyone has played this game before and know what's up. But the game itself is pretty heavy, so I had to call in some muscle to lift this thing. Hey, they're a gym rat. What good is going to the gym if you're not using your muscles in the real world? Am I right?
Gap in the rain, thank goodness. Got my security clearance. I get to load this out, try and get it on the dolly, but we gotta roll all the way over to those ramps over there, get inside. Wish me luck. We're going in. All right, the deed is done. Game is in. Checked out how the haul is coming along. Yeah, I had to wait for like a Sawhorse, get the game up. Power's not pulled yet, but luckily enough, there was an extension cord. I was able to cheat, get it plugged in, make sure the game is working. So, and firstie! So I get to pick at the free play area. So check it out right here in the front row. And I'm right across from Stern's red carpet booth. So I think this is actually a perfectly good setup. You need to come check this out. So I also went and made sure the audits are cleared, in addition to like making sure all the coil's still fired. One little lamp socket came a little bit loose in transportation, so I had to like just tighten that up easily. I could just reach my hand in there. It was close enough to the coin door, and I appreciate that because, oh my God, concrete floors and playfield glass. Yeah, no, that can go wrong pretty quick. Think of glass shattering, go wrong pretty quick. This works. I really light works up, and the important thing is, you can thank me for this later, I actually test the sound volume and make sure it's like perfectly audible. So in this particular game, the locklit tune is probably the best music in the game, and ironically, it's the music least amount of time, because as soon as you light the lock, it starts, and then as soon as you hit the lock, it changes to multi-ball ready music, which is not as cool. I don't think I ever heard the locklit tune until I owned the game. So I made sure the volume was like cranked, and I'll double check that when all the games are fired up. Right now, it's actually pretty loud in there because all the vendors are setting up, putting in some really, really cool booths. Also looks like the free play area this year is next to a stage of music, so there might be at some point where you're screwed. Please make sure the volume is up, especially if you own a No Good Gophers. There's good rock music in that game, and I only hear it when I'm at a private collector's house. Pay attention to those volumes. But these are the things that I go through to make sure that there's a game to show you guys. So we're gonna let the show open. We'll see how things go. All right. Break time. I'm exhausted. Solder and a wire stripper in here at a pinball show. That's fun, but otherwise fixed, easy fix, back up in operation. Playing is fun. Playing on right now, so the game looks like it actually held up for the show, minus that one little setback. I think we should actually have some honorable mentions here for everyone else who brought games. I appreciate the person who brought the Jurassic Park. It may have gone down, but it's a fun game. I like it. Here's one that you can actually question my judgment on. I also like to thank the person who took the time to bring this hook. That's always a guilty pleasure of mine. And as we go through all these games behind me, everything you saw in this video, these people went through the same hard work to make sure that these games got here. I also need to give thanks here because there is an Expo video coming out which really features this Indianapolis 500. That's coming up right right there. So I need to really appreciate and thank the owner who took the time to bring that game out. I also got to thank, even though this one is actually part of our Chicago team here, this 300 actually was a surprise hit amongst the entire Wolfie Soft crew here. We have all these games people to thank. There's a Chad from Rockford coming up down the row. So everyone else who went through the same effort as me, thank you. I had fun playing your games. Hopefully the guests and anyone else who brought games had fun playing mine, and that's what it's all about, sharing the whole nerdiness of pinball. Still going and still being played. Awesome. Got the band playing in the background, which means there's just a few hours left of Pinball Expo. And then pretty soon it's going to be the fun of breaking down the game, take it back home. And if you're curious how that actually plays out, back this video up about halfway and then watch it in reverse. That's pretty much how the taking the game out of your procedure works. And I'm not going to share that part with you because it's been a long weekend. So the best thing to do right now is say that, yes, this is the point where we have come to the end of our journey. Thanks for watching this episode. If you appreciate everyone who brings the games and the hard work that went into it, go ahead and leave a like. If you just appreciated learning what we do, just bring games for you, leave a like. If you think now that you actually know the drills and are interested in bringing one, leave a like. If you want to check out the Expo video, no, now you're going to have to subscribe. And until that next video, I am Wolfie.